Hey, welcome back to the Baco Motorsports Power Hour. Down to the final segment with Kern County Raceway Park. And lo and behold, Steve Hughes hasn't left for spring break.
Nope, not yet.
No, he gets to talk about KCRP.
12. I'm leaving for spring break.
12. Yeah, I think you probably have work to do.
Yeah, oh, you're right.
Yeah.
I'll just
Yeah.
stay here.
It's busy.
Yeah, we get to talk about KCRP, man.
KCRP, you had the season opening race on the dirt track.
Part deux. Yeah, we
Part
were
deux,
rained. We
'cause
were
you were
rained
rained out.
We were rained out that first Friday night. But yeah, we got pretty cool deal. Out at the Kern County at the dirt track at Kern County Raceway. We had the Herminator, Kenny
Talk
Wallace.
about that. Kenny Wallace showed up.
Yeah.
Kind of part of NASCAR's Go West deal, or
And when NASCAR's going west or that first part of the season, Kenny Wallace drives for Sonny Wall and Wall Traction in that Dream chassis, and they came out and it was kind of a last minute deal. They were trying to decide, do we go to Ventura on Saturday night or can we go to Kern County on Friday night? And they chose to come up here, and we went and picked him up and brought him to the racetrack. And I'll tell you what, man. Kenny Wallace was dominating. Set quick time. We qualified all the cars.
that was the A mod.
Yeah, the A mods, the modifieds. He set quick time and won the trophy dash and was side by side with Ethan Dotson, man, for the first 8 laps. I mean, wheel to wheel, taking a look, trying to find a way around that young gun in the 174 car, and we had a caution.
Who had the inside?
Ethan.
Okay.
Well, no. Ethan had the outside. He jumped on the outside and was kind of cutting Kenny's line off of turn number 4, not really letting him. Kenny was trying to every way he could to get around him, and we had that caution on lap 7 and right down the front straightaway. I heard him either shifting back up into high gear or something. There was a big clunk and a ring, and the next thing you know, that car of the 36 machine is pulling up onto the apron. And I looked down. Well, actually, Buddy Shepard looked down and spotted the drive line on the front straightaway, so his night was done.
Yeah, you're going. I was not going to go too far without the drive line.
No, but the race was still very exciting after that. Ethan Dotson gets a win there. Great, he was flying. I mean, he had it hooked.
I think that's
up.
his first winning, and he didn't win when he came back from
Nope.
his summer tour of Iowa.
He did
Last
not.
year he went back and raced, and he did not win at Bakersfield Speedway, and he didn't win. Did he race some of the Winter Series?
Now you're just throwing
Yeah.
curveballs at me.
So, but his first win since
Yeah.
coming back
Yes,
from Iowa, his first win in an A mod in Bakersfield.
right.
So we can put it that
Since
way.
his summer tour.
Yeah.
And then Brad Pounds coming home in second. The big
I think
mover
we
there.
got the results there.
Yeah.
We got the top 5 I found online thanks to KCRP. But
Big
we had
mover
Ethan
was-
Dotson,
Yep.
Brad Pounds, and Cody Laney.
Cody Laney was a big mover. He got there late, had to start at the back of his heat race. Did he go up and win that deal or finish second? He started I think he won his heat race and then started 7th or 8th in the main and worked his way up to 3rd in a 30-lapper. And that's actually Ryan Daves.
with an E.
Yep, and then Jay Marks
V,
5th,
yes.
the rock star.
Jay Marks, the rock star.
Yep.
So pretty good A mod race, and
It
it's
was.
Nice to have Kenny Wallace out there racing. And
Yeah, it was
I bet you
pretty-
The local guys probably like that.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome. He's such a gentleman, great racer, very fast. I mean, kind of just came out and took a look at the track, hopped in the car, qualified quick into the 16-second range. So he was definitely fast and had that car hooked up.
Then we had the B mod race. We had we mentioned this guy in the previous segment,
Yep.
Gary Dutton, the winner.
Yeah, with a couple of wins in a row, opening night out at the Bakersfield Speedway gets the victory, comes out to opening night at the dirt track at KCRP, gets the win. Levi
And
Kiefer,
Levi Kiefer, there's a name that's
Yeah.
always up there.
2 second-place finishes for him last Friday and Saturday. So, and Levi is actually in that wall traction on that wall traction team as well. So, kind of teammates with Kenny Wallace when he makes his West Coast swing.
Right.
And that's what Kenny does. He kind of runs Sonny Wall's car out here in the early spring, and then once they go back to the Midwest, he gets in his own modified, and he does about 70 dirt races a year. Kenny Wallace does. Yeah.
He had Fred Ryland was 3rd. Michael Johnson, stronger on 4th, and Lee Jensen.
Yep.
He likes those B mods. He's running 5th there. And then you had the mod lights.
Yeah. Mod Lights. I'll tell you what, Jerry Flippo, 6'2", eyes of blue. I'll tell you, that kid's getting faster and faster. Just dominated this main event.
That's good for Jerry Flippo. He had him. He had Anthony Balcazar, Brian Puckett, Matt Mayo, and
Roy Maynard.
Roy Maynard out there. So Mod Light's getting a little action.
Yep.
So that's it for the dirt track for a little while.
April 22nd will be our next race.
Okay.
April 22nd on the dirt. At the
Now
dirt
kind
track.
of switching gears back
Okay.
over to the other side of the facility, to the pavement track. What's coming up?
Oh, it's a big one. It's our opening night, our fourth NASCAR season out at Kern County Raceway, and it's going to be a big one again. NASCAR K&N Pro Series West, Napa Auto Parts 150, presented by KGET Channel 17, along with NASCAR Superstocks, INEX Legends, first responders in the 911 Racing Series, and we can't have a season opener without fireworks.
Gotta
And
have
what we're
that.
going to do is we're going to have our local divisions running first. So we're going to see those INEX Legends, the 911 Racing Series, the NASCAR Superstocks, and then as we prepare to introduce the NASCAR K&N Pro Series West drivers, we'll have our Napa Auto Parks fireworks show, introduce the drivers, and then we'll go racing for the final 150. So it's going to be a great night, great season opener. Kern County Raceway. Tickets are on sale now, kernraceway.com. $15 general admission, $20 reserve seat. The big deal, we're all about the families this year. As you know, our regular races, the prices have been dropped down to $10 for our general admission, but we still have this great family four-pack. So 2 adults and 2 kids. That's 2 adult tickets and then 2 kids tickets between the ages of 6 and 15, just $35 for the NASCAR K&N Pro Series season opener at Kern County Raceway.
Much cheaper than taking 2 adults and 2 kids to the movies.
So what we're hoping,
Way cheaper.
Hey, come and spend 4 hours with us. It'll be a lot more fun than going and seeing the latest movie.
Listen, what time does all this? What time's the first race?
Gates open at 5. Racing will start shortly after 7 p.m. after our
7
opening
p.m.
ceremonies.
So you're hoping to get the fireworks.
Fireworks
done
by about 8:30.
8:30.
We're gonna go green by 9 for
looking
the
for 9 o'clock.
for the NASCAR K&N Pro Series West Napa Auto Parts 150, presented by KGET Channel 17. Got to say it all.
Wow.
Yeah.
That takes a full breath.
Yeah, it does. And you know, the K&N Pro Series West kicked off last weekend down at Irwindale Speedway.
I saw they had 24 cars there.
24 cars. Now, that's a great field. But what we're going to see here, that's a solid field.
That's a solid field.
What we're going to see here at Kern County Raceway, I believe, are those same 24, plus we're going to add a few. We're going to see David Mayhew, who didn't make it down there, Buddy Shepard, who didn't make the trip down to Irwindale. So very excited about those 2 local drivers, along with local driver Blaine Perkins. He'll be making his K&N debut at Kern County Raceway. Of course, he raced down at Irwindale, but his first K&N race at KCRP.
And Blaine Perkins, not the best night down there. He finished 18th, I think about 3 laps down at Irwindale. But the thing is, he got 147 laps in. So that's the thing. You've got to get some experience. Buddy Shepard run a couple of K&N West races last year.
I believe it was 3.
And he finished
really good in Meridian, Idaho, on the podium, third place finish, and then I believe it was a 5th and a 6th.
So
I think.
And he's racing for the same team.
He is.
Jerry Pitts.
Yep.
Out of
it's actually Jefferson Pitts
Jefferson
Motorsports.
Pitts and Jerry Pitts, who used to be from Bakersfield,
Right.
built cars here. He's been a crew chief around. He now owns
Jefferson, Jerry Pitts.
They own the team.
Yeah.
And they have a couple of full-time drivers and then another car they'd like to have people in to get owner points. But I think the story at Irwindale, and obviously leading up to the race at KCRP, is 15-year-old Todd Gilliland, who won at Irwindale. He won his first West race he was ever in at Phoenix last year at the end of the season, went and ran the first East race in Florida, won that. So he's now 3 for 3 in Pro Series races.
Pretty amazing. This young man, very talented driver, and he has the top-of-the-line equipment with Bill McAnally Racing and that iconic Napa Auto Parts number 16 in the West Series.
Top-of-the-line equipment. And here's how Bill McAnally Racing, 4-car team, finished at Irwindale. Gilliland first, Krista Eagleson third, Riley Herbst, and if that sounds familiar, think of Terrible Herbst Gas.
Yep.
And the off-road teams, 6th, and Julia
Landauer, 8th. Yeah.
So
very strong.
So that's a very strong team there. Ryan Partridge was 2nd at Irwindale. Johnny Bornman, good finish, was 5th there. Hannah Newhouse, so the girls, you got the women racers, 7th and 8th at Irwindale. All those drivers and more are going to be here when they get to KCRP.
They certainly are. We're so excited and proud and honored to have the NASCAR K&N Pro Series West for the 5th time at Kern County Raceway with the Napa Auto Parts 150. It's NASCAR's, it's their main regional touring division. There's 2. There's the East and the West. We're so happy to be included in their schedule. It's the 2nd race of the year. Guys are still battling for the points. I mean, you can't win a championship in the first 2 races, but you sure can lose it.
Right.
And the favorite obviously has to be Todd Gilliland. Guys that I spoke to, like Jason Galvin, who were down there at Irwindale, saw Ryan Partridge leading at lap 123, and then it was like a flip was switched on that number 16 car of Gilliland. Jason described it as him driving to the bottom in 3 and 4, powered out of turn number 4, and passed Ryan Partridge like he was tied to the flag stand down the front straightaway to lead those final 26 laps to get the win.
That's telling me that kid at 15 years of age has already learned tire management.
Absolutely. And, with his dad's knowledge in Sprint Cup, being a decade there, his great success in the West Series and Southwest Tour,
right?
The 3 generations of all that race knowledge coming together, and then partnering with Bill McAnally Racing. That's it's going to be tough to beat this year.
Tough.
Going to be tough to beat. He's batting 1,000 right now. He's 3 for 3.
Irwindale's one thing. KCRP is a totally different type of driving style and getting around that track.
Certainly.
So it's going to be a lot of fun out there.
It is.
And then you've got a practice coming up real quick.
We've got this weekend. It's open practice for our local divisions. In the AM, it'll start at 9 and go to noon for our quarter mile and 1/8 mile divisions. Please call the racetrack at 835-1264 for more information. In the afternoon, we'll be on the half mile, and that'll be for our late model drivers, NASCAR late models, NASCAR super stocks, NASCAR spec mods, all on the big half mile in the afternoon.
Okay, well, that's why Steve Hughes isn't at spring break.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of stuff going on.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I think we did a pretty good job for a couple of Bakersfield Okies.
I don't think we need Lewis here. So
yeah.
That's it for the Baco Motorsports Hour. We'll be back next week, maybe with Louis Amistoy, maybe without.
Not. Yeah, we'll see.